She walked into a law office, hoping for help, but was mocked, humiliated, and thrown out like she didn't matter. 6 months later, she walked back in, not for help, but as the new owner. You won't believe what happened in between. Emma Harper wasn't dressed like someone who belonged in a fancy downtown law office. Wearing a plain navy blue dress and worn-out shoes, she stepped hesitantly into the tall glass building of Wexley and Associates, one of the most prestigious law firms in the city. She clutched a folder tightly to her chest, a folder filled with documents about a land dispute case that had torn her family apart. Emma had come looking for help, not power. But the moment she entered the lobby, heads turned. The receptionist, a young woman with a high ponytail and a name tag that read Clarissa, gave her a look of thinly veiled amusement. "Can I help you?" Clarissa asked, without even standing up. "Yes," Emma said softly. "I need to speak to someone about a case. It's urgent. I don't have an appointment, but—" Clarissa cut her off, glancing at Emma's scuffed shoes. "Ma'am, our lawyers don't take walk-ins. This isn't a legal aid clinic." "I understand," Emma replied. "But if someone could just look at these—" Before she could finish, a suited man came out of the elevator. His name was Mr. Dalton, one of the firm's senior partners. Clarissa waved him over. "Mr. Dalton," she said, pointing at Emma with a tight smile. "This woman says she has an urgent case." Dalton looked Emma up and down like she was some kind of inconvenience. "You're wasting time here," he said bluntly. "We charge $500 an hour, and we don't take charity cases." Emma stood frozen for a moment, her lips parted in disbelief. She had savings, not much, but enough to get started. She wasn't asking for charity. She was asking for justice. "I see," she said, her voice trembling. "Thank you for your time." As she turned to leave, Mr. Dalton said under his breath, loud enough for Clarissa to hear, "These people always think they'll get something for free." Clarissa giggled. Wexley and Associates was buzzing with rumors. Mr. Wexley, the founding partner, had announced he was selling the firm. A new investor, a private buyer with full ownership rights, had just finalized the acquisition. No one knew who it was. When Monday came, the entire staff gathered in the conference room. Mr. Dalton adjusted his tie. Clarissa touched up her lipstick. Everyone was eager to meet the new boss. And then the door opened. In walked Emma. She wore a sleek black suit now. Her hair was pulled into a neat bun. She looked calm, composed, and powerful. At first, no one recognized her, not until she reached the head of the table. "Good morning," Emma said. "My name is Emma Harper. As of today, I am the new owner of Wexley and Associates." The room went silent. Mr. Dalton's face turned pale. Clarissa's mouth dropped open. "You?" Dalton stammered. Emma turned to him and smiled, the same soft smile she had worn that day in the lobby. "Yes, me. But how? Why?" Emma placed her hands gently on the polished oak table. "Because I believe in justice, something I didn't receive when I came here. That experience taught me two things. First, that the legal system isn't just about knowledge, it's about compassion. And second, that no one should be judged by their shoes." She looked around the room. "This firm will no longer turn away those in need. We will still serve high-profile clients, but we'll also dedicate part of our time and resources to those who need legal help the most." A few people clapped, others looked stunned. Dalton remained seated, silent and humiliated. Emma then turned toward Clarissa. "Would you kindly show Mr. Dalton to the exit?" she said, her voice poised. Clarissa blinked. Wait, fire him? Emma nodded. I don't tolerate arrogance and disrespect, especially not toward the people we're supposed to serve. Under Emma's leadership, the firm flourished. She brought in top-tier attorneys who shared her values. She also opened a community legal center on the building's first floor. Free legal counsel for the poor. She never bragged. She never raised her voice. She was just a simple woman, but one with vision, courage, and the power to change everything. And the law firm that once threw her out, it now bore a new name, Harper Legal Group.